My sister embarrassed me at her wedding, forcing me into a hideous dress and joking to everyone that I'd always be single. When she got pregnant and her husband left her, I revealed I'd been dating her ex for months, and we just bought her dream home. It all started at my sister Emily's wedding last year. Growing up, Emily was the golden child in our family. You know the type. Prom queen, perfect grades, never clumsy, even as a teenager. Meanwhile, I was just me. Not unattractive. Not a failure, just ordinary. The kind of person who fades into the background at events. Emily always reminded me of our differences, but in sneaky ways that made me seem petty if I ever brought it up. When she got engaged to Nathan, I was truly happy for her. He seemed like a solid guy. Warm, witty, and he actually bothered to talk to me at family dinners. Unlike Emily's past boyfriends, I assumed I'd be her maid of honor. We're sisters after all. Nope, she picked her best friend Sophia instead, relegating me to a regular bridesmaid role. Fine, I could deal with that. But then came the dress fiasco. Emily chose these awful olive green bridesmaid dresses that looked like they were ripped from a 1960s drapery catalog. Here's the twist. Everyone else got tailored adjustments that somehow made their dresses look decent. Mine? Emily swore it was fine as is, despite being 2 sizes too large and making me look like a swamp creature at a memorial service. When I offered to cover the cost of alterations, she said it would ruin her aesthetic. I later discovered she'd quietly instructed the seamstress to leave my dress untouched, even if I asked for changes. The wedding day was a masterclass in subtle humiliation. Emily had this elaborate, destined for love theme, complete with a huge custom-built mansion backdrop where they exchanged vows. This wasn't just any house. It was her dream home design she'd been fixated on for years. She even had signature cocktails called Eternal Romance and Endless Joy. During her speech, Emily turned me into her punchline. "And here's my dear sister," she said, pointing to me as I drowned in green fabric. "Proof you can still be single at 30 and not completely doomed." The crowd gave an awkward chuckle, but she kept going. "At least we know who'll be looking after mom and dad in their old age, since she won't have her own family." I saw Nathan wince. He later pulled me aside to apologize, saying he had no clue she'd say that. 6 months later, Emily announced her pregnancy at a family gathering. Everyone was thrilled, but I noticed Nathan seemed distant. 2 weeks later, the truth spilled out. Emily had been cheating with her gym trainer Lucas for months before the wedding. The baby? Definitely not Nathan's, as he had health issues. Something Emily knew but married him anyway. Here's where things get wild. After the breakup, Nathan and I kept in touch. At first, it was just grabbing coffee and venting about Emily's betrayal, but we started to connect. We began seeing each other regularly, and 3 months ago, we admitted we had real feelings. We kept it under wraps, not out of guilt, but to avoid the inevitable family drama. Last week, fate handed us a golden opportunity. That dream home design Emily was obsessed with, the one she used as her wedding backdrop, it hit the market. Nathan and I weren't even searching for it, but when we saw it, we knew. We put in an offer right away and closed the deal in days. Yesterday, our cousin Hannah spotted us moving in and of course told Emily. She showed up at our doorstep in a full-blown meltdown, makeup streaking down her face. "How could you do this?" she screamed. "You've always been jealous of me." Then she revealed she'd lost the baby. Apparently Lucas bailed when she told him she was pregnant, and seeing us in her dream home was breaking her. Our family is split. Mom thinks I'm heartless for stealing Emily's ex in her dream home. Dad quietly told me he's glad I finally stood up for myself, though he wishes I'd handled it differently. Our brother Liam just keeps texting me laughing emojis. Here's the truth. I didn't orchestrate this for revenge. Nathan and I genuinely fell for each other, and the house was a happy accident. Sure, maybe I felt a tiny thrill when we got it, but watching Emily's perfect image shatter while I found real happiness, that's sweeter than any revenge I could have planned. Oh, and those wedding photos Emily used to spam on social media, posing in front of her dream home backdrop? They keep resurfacing in her memories. Only now, Nathan and I are actually living in that house.